Virginia Conference Lay Organization. My president.
Good morning to Bishop Jackson, Presiding Elder Morris, Presiding Elder Hunter, clergy of the Virginia Conference, and fellow lay members. I am the BCLO President, W. Jermaine Favor, and this is the lay report for the conference year 2024-2025. This past conference year was one of new beginnings, new officers, new opportunities, and new responsibilities. I stepped into the role of president, and while I've been part of the lay for a number of years, this office brought a new learning curve. Balancing my responsibilities at my job, my community service, and in the lay wasn't always smooth sailing. But through every challenge, the work continued because we have a team of lay officers that shows up, steps up, and gets the job done. So I want to thank you to the officers and members who kept us moving forward with commitment and grace. This year, we returned to Roanoke for our annual meeting. This is the first time since the pandemic we have visited Roanoke. Though I could not attend due to a family bereavement, our first Vice President, Mrs. Valerie Terry, led with strength and steadiness, and I thank her. Highlights from that weekend included a powerful sermon by Reverend John I. Swan Jr., a fraud prevention workshop by local law enforcement, and our Lay Persons of the Year Award honoring Sister Mandalena Giddens, Sister Nancy Dander, and Brother Jeffrey Stark. Locally, our churches have been active. Under President Yvonne Davis, the lay at St. John's, Norfolk, has led a voter registration drive. Under President Valerie Terry, graduates were celebrated at all levels at St. Mark's in Virginia Beach, and membership fees were covered for young adults to encourage participation. That is where we stand. This is where we are going. Today, the Virginia Conference Lay has 473 members across 25 churches. In the report, I did put 26, that was a mistype. But we know that they are churches where the lay organization is either non-existent or dormant. That's not a problem. It's an opportunity to grow and revive membership through identification, invitation, and integration. Many in our pews are lay people, but they don't realize it. I recall attending a lay service some years ago and asking for all the lay members to stand. Only half the congregation stood. So our job as a lay organization is to help every non-clergy member see themselves as a layperson. Once they see themselves as a layperson, we can then invite them into the vibrant community of the lay organization. Once they accept the invitation to the community, now we can integrate them so they are both present, engaged, and empowered through the lay organization. And we plan to do that by empowering our members by tapping into their talents. Our pews are full of doctors, teachers, lawyers, historians, and financial professionals. If we create a space for them to serve, their gifts can help build the kingdom. And I want the lay organization to be where talents are activated and our future leaders are identified and trained. And to support future leaders, the lay will prepare for the future. Much of what we do in the lay is passed down informally. Membership processes, timelines, meeting logistics. For the lay to grow administratively, we need sustainable systems. To do that, we will develop standard operation procedures, also known as SOPs, and leadership handbooks, and use technology to streamline our operations. This year, we took our first step by introducing digital registration at our annual meeting. It's a small start, but a signal that the Virginia Conference Lay is preparing for the future. James 2:17 reminds us that faith without works is dead. We are called to build, not to talk about building. This is our charge, to put faith in action, to serve with excellence, and to lead with purpose. I want to thank every member who worked, prayed, gave, and led this year with the Lay organization. The work continues, and so do we. And I would like to add a quick addendum, Bishop. After the service Wednesday, I know some people came up to me and said, we have a lay organization at my church. That might be true, but according to the conference records, if we do not have a membership list from that church, then the conference did not recognize that lay organization as being a part of the conference. So, why is that a part? Why did that happen? No one knows. But going forward, we will reach out to all the churches and establish a line of communication so information from the conference can get to the churches and then get to the lay presidents. So hopefully, when you do go to quarterly conference and say, do you have a lay organization, the conference can back you up and say yes, because we have their membership list on our members. Thank you, Bishop Jackson, Virginia Conference. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Let me simply say, I would like for all of our churches in the Virginia Conference to have an active lay organization. I cannot impress upon you enough how important it is at the AME Church, how strong lay organization. I cannot impress upon you enough how important it is that the AME Church has a strong lay organization. And presently, the lay organization is not as strong as I think it needs to be. I am a firm believer in accountability. And the reality is that it's hard for the clergy. It's hard for the clergy. It does not mean that they can't, but it's hard for the clergy to really seek to provide accountability, because the clergy depend upon the bishop for their appointments. I understand that's hard. It's very unfortunate, but that's the reality that we have. But I'm a firm believer in accountability. Right now, there's very little accountability in our church. And so we need a strong lay organization. At one time, we had a strong connectional council. Today, the connectional council is basically non-existent. Very few people are held accountable for anything. And I'm one of the bishops who will admit to the fact that we need accountability. And if that accountability does not come from the laity, I'm not sure where it's going to come from. So we need a strong lay organization. You know, unfortunately, the lay have become like a lot of the preachers. We just want a title. So we go along to get along to keep our title. So I'm really hoping we will have a strong lay organization, and I want every church to have a strong lay organization. You need a strong lay organization in every local church. I'm stunned when when I get letters from congregations saying, Bishop, the stewards haven't had a one meeting all year. Doesn't Just because there's not a strong lay organization in that church. I'm stunned when some stuff I just hear, I'm dazed by it. Just dazed. The laity don't exist to be rivals with the pastor. The organization exists to help the church be stronger. So I'm hoping that before I leave the district, it's my hope that every local church will have a strong lay organization that also benefits me. I mean, before annual conferences, I will get less letters. Y'all be surprised the letters I get before annual conference. We ain't done this. We haven't done that. I don't understand how a conference is in May. You don't elect church trustees until February. Almost year's over. I'm surprised when I hear that the pastor appointed the trustees. That means y'all got a very weak congregation. So please, I hope that you all will help us to have a strong lay organization. All right. Mr. President, thank you for a moment. What fraternity are you belong to?
Me by me.
Before I leave the second district, I'm going to help them get over that. You make good. I saw your tie. That's what prompted my question. What color that tie?
Navy blue, white, and Carolina.
Blue and white. All right, give our president a hand.